thank you, AI Collective. This is actually our second event with AI Collective. Our first was in Tokyo about 3 weeks ago. It was amazing. So I'm truly grateful for the opportunity. And good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. So I'm Wen. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Genspark. So what we do is, we're a Palo Alto-based technology company. We're about 30-some people. What we do is we build AI agents for knowledge workers. What that means is, in the past, human beings like us, we have to learn about so many software tools like, the Microsoft Suite, Google Suite, Slack, Salesforce, you name it. And then we have to craft our work word by word and pixel by pixel, right? That's hard work, we do. But now with Genspark Super Agent, what you could do is, before you apply yourself, you apply our Super Agent onto any task you wanted to get onto. And then the Super Agent will get it done, 60, 70, 80, 90%. And the human beings, we give it the final touch. And we focus on the high leverage, high value stuff. So, with that, we gain a lot more time. You can decide to have a 3-day work week, or you could also just, try, working more and accomplishing more. That's completely up to you. So, since the launch, so the first version of our suite was actually launched in this April. And so the first version, we had AI slides, AI sheets, AI docs. And we also had AI pods and Call for Me. So essentially, for example, if I can show you some examples. If you wanted to build a AI slide, so I just did this about 5 minutes ago when I got in here. So I basically said, research AI Collective and built me a 5-page intro deck to pitch to a potential donor for $100 million for the org, say Salesforce.
You're hired.
Dark background, clean design, make sure to include logo of the org and quote Chappie, the founder. Okay? So basically what happened was immediately our agent caught on some reasoning models, possibly from OpenAI, and put together a 7-step to-do list, work plan. Okay, research AI Collective, find information about Chappie, research AI Collective's projects, find AI Collective logo, research market opportunity and competitive landscape, and then initialize slide presentation, and then just build it, right? So once the research work is done, obviously there's a lot of parallel researching and so on and so forth. It'll read on all of these good stuff. Once it gets to the presentation building part, one thing I wanted to say is a lot of the solutions on the market, they're really good at either or, okay? Either tell the story, or they're good at the visual stuff. Our super agent is good at both, and that is important because you wanted to make sure. You wanted to make sure it's a cohesive piece of work. So what then happens is, once we have the story together, I'm trying to find where it. Yeah, so there's slide overview, story put together, and then it'll start building the slides. Now, we can see it in action shortly, but initially it'll think about, okay, based off the story, how do I substantiate the content? Where do I find the evidence? And then it'll start coding in HTML. By this time, we're probably calling on Claude models to code, to render the slides, and then you will just see the results. So the results, let me see. So so this is the editing part. So the results by itself, I could just, let's see, viewing a new window. So this is the first go, right? Like it quoted Chappie. Are we missing the logo? We're probably missing the logo. There are some pictures. $100 million is there. So as you can see, it's not perfect, but we're probably getting 80, 90% done. And with that, what you could do is we offer you kind of, first off, you can fact check everything, okay? You can just fact check this page. And then you could also do advanced editing. You could just edit, let me just stop here, and advanced editing. You could basically say, oh, look, some of this content is cut off from the 16:9 format. You wanted to edit it? You can. Right? Like maybe we move this quote up, or we just, get rid of it for this page, and we'll add it on somewhere else. So, and then eventually you could download it to, PDF, PowerPoints, Google Slides, your call. So some of the consulting firms reached out to us, household names. They were like, we built thousands of decks a day. Can you guys help? Of course. Put AI agents to work, right? This is just one of the very simple example. So because of this sort of work, I'll show you more examples. We were very fortunate that by mid-May, we launched in the beginning of April. By mid-May, we got to about 2 million global users, and we hit $36 million of ARR. It's still growing like a wildfire. So yeah, I mean, when you craft a product that people love, people all over the world will reach out. That's why 3 weeks ago I was in Tokyo. We had to put together this event very quickly because some of the household names reached out to us. They were like, "We don't speak English. You have to be here in person. We shake hands and we do business that way." Just had to fly over. But yeah, we had amazing events there with AI Collective. And now, so as a company, we've been essentially on a streak to release new products on a weekly basis. So since our first version, you see a lot of these icons here. So last couple of months, we also launched AI Developer, AI Designer. So with AI Designer, essentially you can forget about Canva, right? Like also right before this event, I basically said, okay, here's the Luma link for our event today. Right? I was like, build a poster with Wen Sang's profile pic for this event. Okay. Obviously, it'll have the super agent doesn't know who I am. It'll have to do research about the event, about myself, and all that. So the first go, it gave me 4 pictures. The first one is, oh my God, don't look at it, right? It's AI made up stuff. Like it's. But then the second and third one is kind of getting there. So the second one, this is actually my picture. So, but I never wore that suit. I promise you, I never had. I mean, it looks good. But then it has some spelling errors. So I was like, okay, can you fix the spelling? Is that please redesign? This is not me. This is the agent calling on the agent. I think I said something about the spelling. And then, yeah, I basically went into figured out all the key spelling corrections. And then this one, I think it really works. I can just download it, or maybe this one. Save image. And then, let me just pull it up. Is it coming up? Yeah. So, I mean, that is like production level, right? So what is important is having something that is ready to go. You don't have to feel like, oh, I got to spend time fix this, fix that. And then the amount of time you spend on fixing things is not even like worth it. We don't want that. So we make sure, if there is, not yet, not there yet. So beyond that, AI Designer, we also, released the AI Developer. So I was just like, okay, build a fireside chat online game to let users score the fireside chats on YouTube. So I'll show you how to get there, right? So initially, you get in here, and then AI Developer. So the difference between our platform and Lovable is really just a feature on our platform, okay? So you can build simple website or full stack websites or native app development, whatnot. You can also just export GitHub projects. So if you push on this, so I'll tell you. So there's this young man, Matthew, based in Michigan, graduated college, wanted to start his own company one day, but doesn't have the capital. So he started to basically contracting with restaurants and barbershops to help them to build websites on Shopify or just direct. And he would charge them probably $5,000 a pop. And previously, he would go hire developers offshore, whatnot, and then he would pay them $2,000, $3,000. Now he just pays Genspark $25, and he charges his clients still $5,000 a pop. His margin just went like this, right? We help people like solopreneurs like Matthew through technologies like this. So 5 minutes before, I asked our super agent to let's see if it'll work now. So we had a couple of back and forth, but I didn't have to. I'm a mechanical engineer by training, so just so everybody knows, I don't know how to code. Last time I wrote code, it was at MIT 14 years ago in the lab in Fortran. I don't know if you guys know what Fortran is, but so I have no clue. I only speak English these days. So yeah, I mean, look at this. So let's see if we could. All right. So no videos. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, no worries. So let's see what else I did. Let's make this interesting. So it's okay. Build a 3-minute podcast about Genspark AI Super Agent and the future of knowledge work. cover both Genspark technology, architecture, and product latest releases and their business traction. So I asked for a customized podcast. Let's see. I haven't listened to this yet.
Welcome to Future Forward, where we break down the tech shaping our world in, 3 minutes? Today, we're talking about a company that isn't just part of the AI conversation, it's changing the entire dialogue. The company is Genspark.ai.
Right, Maya. We've all gotten used to asking AI for answers. Genspark is about giving AI, assignments?
Okay.
They pivoted from being an AI search engine to creating a super agent because they realized people don't just want a summary, they want the finished presentation.
So what does this super agent actually do? Let's make it real for our listeners.
Think of it as a digital chief of staff. It's not one AI, but a team of them, a mixture of agents.
Yeah.
A team?
Yeah. You can say, plan a 3-day marketing event in London, find 3 potential venues, and create a draft budget in a spreadsheet.
Right.
The super agent then deploys specialized AIs to research venues.
I'll just stop there. I'll send this to everybody later. But what the podcast folks saying was right. So our tech architecture goes 3 layers. We basically work with all these SOTA models. We work with OpenAI, we work with Anthropic, we work with Google, we work with all the open source models. So both OpenAI and Anthropic actually published case studies about us on their websites back in July because we're one of their most advanced agentic companies out there. Actually, just last Tuesday, we were in their office and OpenAI folks was like, okay, any feedback for us? How can we make our APIs better for you? It was a very nice workshop. So essentially, in the bottom layer, we work with 30 plus models. Besides all the LLMs, there's video models, audio models, image models. On top of that, we built, and the secret sauce there, I'll share with everybody, is our model orchestration layer. So at the right time, put the right model onto the right task is absolutely important for you to get production level results. On top of that, we built 80 plus in-house tools, which is, it's almost like arms and legs for the brains. The LLMs are like the brains, right? And then they're really good at providing you a response with natural language input, but they're really not good at, getting stuff done. So ChatGPT chats, and Genspark Super Agent, we do and we deliver. That is the difference. So how do you do that? You have to build the tools, and then you have to context engineer a lot of stuff to make sure at the end of the day they all work together very smoothly and then get you that results. And then it is production level. I was on the phone with one of the CFOs at this publicly traded real estate company with headquarters in Dallas. He was like, Wen, I've tried so many tools on the market for my presentations, for my documents, filings, and all that. You guys are the only one that is boardroom ready. Why? Because we put down a lot of hard work to make sure the results are being evaluated the right way. We have built our own benchmark framework, and that is the key. And our benchmark evolves. So our tech architecture is really model agnostic and future proof. So when Nano Banana came out, we're like, okay, this seems like is really, really good. So we basically switched it on, AI image, right? Nano Banana. We just switched on this model. So that's how you do things, because we probably all remember on X, there's this meme. Everybody's releasing the world's best model and they're all just chasing each other. That's gonna happen for a while. And we anticipate that happen, and we expect to take advantage of that. So that's kind of how our tech is built. Now, on top of the tools layer, one last thing I'll mention here is we also paid to get access to the, I gotta make sure my logo is to make sure, to pay the database to, like PitchBook, Crunchbase, in the future maybe Bloomberg, to make sure the results, the outcome is really aligned with the factual stuff. Not just based off fast web search, right? That by itself is not reliable. So all of these things eventually, put us on track to essentially build something like this. And I was just telling folks, we've only executed about 10-15% of our product roadmap. There's still a lot more to be built. How and why? Because our view of the future of work is that it's no longer about tools. It's human centric, and for each of us, we touch so many things. We do so many things a day, right? For example, for myself, like I don't write my own emails anymore. I just, every morning, I come into Genspark Super Agent, I say, hey, scan through my inbox, lay out the priorities and urgencies, draft me the response for the top 10 emails, I'll proofread it, and if everything looks good, just send. If I need to tweak it a little bit, I'll tweak it a little bit, right? So that's how I think work should be like. And our dream, one last thing I'll say is to elevate everybody, all the knowledge workers. So when you work, you feel like Jensen Huang, okay? What did he say about working? People say, oh, Jensen, you work so hard. He's, no, not at all. When I work, I feel like dreaming. I just use my creativity. I use my strategic thinking. I don't feel like I'm like working hard. We want that for everybody, okay? So yeah, I guess that's kind of everything in a nutshell for Genspark.
Thanks, Wen.
Thanks, Sash. Oh, sorry, before I forget, so I basically asked Genspark to turn this link into a QR code so it can be shown on a screen, so everybody could get 1,000 free credits. So yeah, please feel free to try it out. Let me know if it works. I hope so.
Chairs are in the way. I can solve that.
Well,
Like
the
one of
good
the
thing
few
about,
things-
I think I'm having trouble with this as well. I successfully did this yesterday at another event, but okay, let's not blame the chair. Let me generate a new one. The good thing about Super Agent is you can open up 10 plus tabs and it'll just work for you, okay? We'll just let it do it again. And maybe I'll just...
1 million. 1 million.
You wish the AI would hallucinate, right? 2 commas. Yeah, I hear you. Well, let's see. Yeah, anything you think you need to do hands-on before, don't. Just throw this at the Super Agent, and you just go grab a coffee. When you're back, work is done. Oh, please.
I have a question around, I love when you showed the thinking steps of the tool hauling and all of that.
Yeah.
If you're reviewing the output and you clearly identify like a step where you're like, that was probably not the correct order I would want this to happen in, how much do you give the user capabilities to go and engage at a specific step or course correct or anything like that?
It's like you have a one or a fleet of Goldman Sachs analysts in your pocket. You don't like how the agents are working, you tell them right there, right now.
Okay.
Yes.
You interrupt them as well if it's going.
Anytime. You just press the button and say, hey, I don't like how you're taking on this, so work it my way. But I would say, though, the interesting thing we found, let's try this one, is the interesting thing we found is, okay, this one works. Yeah, so you see, this is actually a case in point. I'm sorry, what's your name? Stephanie, yeah. This is a case in point. So first time I told the agent to build a code so I could show it on presentation and people can use their phone, it kind of something happened there that it was way too specific. Let the AI take on initiative. Give them autonomy. Let them decide how they want it. You just focus on results. And this time I just said, turn this into a QR code. And it worked. So yeah, I'd say treat it like a competent, smart, tireless, quick human being.
How are you helping your users understand that the trade-off there, right? Like
Yeah.
the desire to be specific because if you're working with just
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
wow, the more specific I can be, the better. Versus wrapping
Yeah.
your head around like actually agents are easier.
Yeah.
To target.
Okay. That's such a great point. So the rule of thumb, I'd say, is be specific on the results you want, but be vague on how to get there. So it's really like working with a super competent human being. Just give them the space to work, but be specific with, hey, I want this slides in 16:9, dark background, clean design, minimum text. I want a chart here, a picture there. Results, be specific. Path, be open. Let the agent do its own job. Yeah, that's kind of yeah. And I would say, sorry, one last thing is, this is different from prompting a LLM. Prompting LLM, it's like, you gotta be really, oh, you're the world's best lawyer, and then this and that. You gotta do a lot of that. But this, just, yeah, treat it like a human being, and then just, we want to make everybody a boss. If you're already a boss, we want to make you a boss of boss. So, yeah, just, yeah.
Can I ask a fun follow-up question?
Sure, yeah, but then, yeah, okay, please.
So, but ultimately, every like AI needs context, right? So if you're just giving it the result and you're not giving it context, like how does it frame the context?
Can you say more about when you say context?
Context
Yeah.
means like if I'm doing a presentation, right?
Yeah.
I have certain things in my mind in terms of what I want.
Yes.
And if I don't share those kind of things with AI,
Yeah.
the result, what I typically get is like going to be totally
True. Yeah. No, you gotta speak your mind. You gotta speak your mind in a way that, again, really just treat the Genspark Super Agent as your associate, as a very competent associate, and be specific on as kind of the results of what you want, but let the agent or the associate do its job like in its own way, because here's why. So we've learned that when it comes to kind of how LLMs work, they're truly like, they actually know a lot more than we do from a knowledge standpoint. The path of solving problems, there's 50 ways of skinning a cat, right? Like, don't limit how AI can help you to solve a problem. Is kind of how I would put it. But yeah, I mean, eventually, where's the destination? You got to make it clear. All the context over there. Yeah. You had a question, sorry?
Yeah, last one, and then we'll
Yeah,
jump
sounds
in.
good. Yeah. We need to give
jump
the mic
into the
back to Ash.
conversation.
Please.
Yeah, we'll be back to,
Yeah.
and there'll be plenty of time to talk to
Yep,
Wen
yep.
afterwards. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
So when I was working with ChatGPT, right? So let's
Yeah.
say I'm not a developer. So if I say, I'm building this website, I'm working for one of the clients, sports energy drinks, and I say like I want to build a website.
Yeah.
He gave me the website and the cans and everything. But when I try to change the can, and I want the exact same can, but it's not deterministic, but it's like iterating over and over again and giving different results every time. So how does Genspark do things differently
Yeah.
than the deterministic results?
I would say just on a very high level, two things. One is we understand that struggle you just described. Basically, because of the autonomy, it'll maybe make changes that you don't want, right? So one thing we do is, for example, like for AI slides, we not allow you to use templates we have here, hundreds of templates, or you can have your own template. And basically say, hey, everything you put into that presentation, follow my template. Don't change a thing except the content or the story or the pictures or so. So that's one way of doing it. We put AI agents into our kind of guardian rails. Second thing we do is when you interact with the AI agents, I'd say same thing. Be very clear on. So basically, the default is if you don't specify something that you absolutely don't want it to change, you're giving it the freedom. So for the things that you absolutely don't want to change, specify it out will always help. Yeah. But clearly, there's still a lot more improvements we can all do, right? But those are two things we currently kind of put in to help you. Of course, for each user, if you opt in, we also have memories for you, preferences. You can rely on that, and so on. But yeah.